Thanks for joining me. All right. Sorry, I had to migrate over from Greg's session. We were answering some Q&A over there. So if you didn't get to see that Q&A, you should be able to watch it at the very end of the day for Greg's session. So thanks for bearing with me. Also, we're on a new platform, Goldcast. We've been loving it. It's been super helpful for our wonderful event. Also, all this amazing stuff that you've seen created and designed and drawn. This is actually done by our designer, our lead designer, Kim Kirby. Check her out, kimkirby.com. She's an amazing artist. She's actually done some of my band's artwork. So awesome. Also, I want to talk really quick. At the end of today's session, we're also going to talk more about combining email and SMS. So stick around for that. And also, don't forget, MailJet's AI email generator is going to be coming out very soon. Since MailJet's email email generator will be coming out very soon. So I'm just letting you know that really quickly. All right, awesome. So we've got KPC coming out very soon. Who is booing me? Gabriel, how dare you? How dare you, sir? All right, moving on here. So yes, we've got Kay coming up. She's a wonderful human being. Super happy to have her with us. She's going to be talking about Radically Human, Unleash the Power of Human Email Marketing in an AI-centric galaxy. So I'm going to go and queue up Kay's session, and then she'll be joining us at the very end to do some Q&A. So let's go ahead and meet with Kay.
Hello, lovely email geek friends. I am so stoked to be here with you at Email Camp. My name is KPC, and I run a business called Slick Business, and I help people from all over the world do automation stuff to help their email marketing go better in all of the ways. I'm kind of like, I teach people how to clone themselves. This is getting really important in our AI-centric galaxy. AI swamping the galaxy? Heck no. The humans are going to be taking over. So I'm going to be talking to you today about how our amazing human common connectivity and powers give us the biggest opportunity ever in the face of this, in this context of this AI-centric galaxy. We have now got more power than ever before to drive more ROI through email marketing. So let's set the scene on how we're going to do this. There's some blurb there about me. You can find me in all of the usual places. My name is KPC and my business is Slick Business. And I would love to hear from you. But let's get in and set the scene for how being more human in the AI world makes a difference right now. I'm going to start with why we need to get radical on our human behavior, tell you a true story, talk about the C's that every human needs when they're at the inbox, and then teach you the trick to being able to do this at scale, whether you are a tiny business or a big business. It doesn't matter. I have got you. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is how it looks right now. Okay. We are these tiny little people in the middle, and we are throwing out our little email newsletters. Our little paper airplanes are throwing out to the guys who are sitting around looking at their mobile phones. It is a long way from us to them, right? So what happens next? We are surrounded by competitors, all of them, in not just in our own industry, in other industries. Everybody's sending emails. They're all over the place, right? You guys know this. Other businesses sending tons and tons of emails, more and more of them all the time. But then here's what's changed recently. The AI has come in. What does that mean for us? The robots have taken charge and they have started sending me emails. The tricky thing with the robots is they send a lot more emails than actual humans. This can be really bad for us because what happens is we get swamped. Then on top of that, we've got the pirates, the spammers of the internet. And what happens now is the pirates are getting together with the AI. So now we've got robo-powered spammer pirates swamping the internet with all of their scummy, messy, nasty paper airplanes trying to sell fake stuff to people. So what the heck do we do? Look at us. We're tiny. We are tiny in the middle of that. How do we beam our light from where we are sitting here, our ethical, lovely businesses with us lovely, squishy humans at the beginning? How do we beam our light out and actually reach that person who's looking at the email on their phone? That's the challenge for us. And I want you to understand that this is a challenge, but it's also a huge opportunity. And the way to lean into it as an opportunity is to be more human, which is actually pretty easy when you come to think about it, compared to robo pirate skanky spammers. All right. It's easy to differentiate yourself from them. Here's where we're at right now. Humans, when they're looking at the inbox, and I want you to think about your own inbox right now. How do you mostly feel when you're looking at your email inbox? Frustrated. You're in a hurry. You've got no time to look at it. Your kid is distracting you. You've got to get to the supermarket before it closes. You have zero patience. And then what happens is we very commonly feel absolutely let down by the people who are emailing us for so many different reasons. I want you to just bring to mind right now an email you got this week that gave you the ick, that annoyed you, that frustrated you. I know they're in there. You know they're in there, and there are a lot of them. That's how we mostly feel when we're at our inboxes right now. Here's why we're going to get radical. What we want to feel at the inbox is seen and heard and listened to and valued as a human being and looked after by the people on the other end of this email. And you can see where I'm going with this, right? Because AI, robo, skanky spammers, the pirates of the internet, don't care how you feel, all right? They are not interested in making you feel good things. We as humans have the power to change how people feel at the inbox when they receive our emails. So let's get radical about this. Let's bring heart, soul, and purpose back to email marketing. And we can do that by paying a really respectful attention to human behaviors in the inbox. Every single person who receives an email from you, every email recipient is a squishy, fallible, time poor, impatient human who also wants to make a connection with you as a human. So lean into that. And I know you might be wondering right now, okay, but how do I do that at scale? This is possible to do sustainably and scalably using the power of the email tech that we have at our disposal. And I know you guys are all over the email tech. Every one of you listening to this has got an email tech platform already or is going to have one very soon. The email tech is the tool that unlocks you being able to be more human in emails at great scale. It's what allows you to sort of clone yourself and spread your human high value stuff much further so that we can do this at volume. We can still create really strong connection feelings and do that thing where we beam out the light and connect with the person at the inbox through the sea of AI robo spam email. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story to set the scene. This is the Cheesemas disaster of 2020. It is a true story of the PC household. And like all good stories, it comes with a content warning. Actually, it comes with several content warnings. It may cause distress. If you are the parent of a teen, I should warn you, there's some teenage behavior in this. If you're a frustrated, time-poor human, hands up, everybody in this talk, this may be distressing to you. And vegans, if you're a vegan too, because this story is about the Cheesemas disaster of 2020. Now, let me tell you about Cheesemas. Cheesemas is the period between Christmas and New Year in the UK, and it involves lots and lots of really high quality cheese. I'm talking the sort of cheese that you drive 3 hours to go and get if you're not ordering it over our friendly internet and email marketing service. It's the sort of cheese you would go a long way to get. It has to be carefully stored. It has to be exactly right. And here's the thing. If you want that cheese to arrive 2 days before Christmas and keep good through to New Year so that you've got cheese for Cheesemas, big deal in the UK, you need to order it at the right time. So every year in September in the PC household, it is cheese ordering time. We do the happy dance. We go pick the cheese. We have been customers of this particular cheese company for 10 years now. We spend a lot of time poring over the brochure. Where is it going to be French this year? Or are we going to go Stilton? What crackers do we need? A lot of effort and energy goes into this, and we are very excited. It is really important because it's our big Christmas treat, and it's a major expenditure. You've got to get the timing right because you don't want to leave it too late. They'll sell out. Okay, here's what happens next. I go into my inbox and I find an email from the cheese company, who naturally I'm on their email list, but God, they send me so many emails during the year when I don't want to buy cheese. When it comes to actual Cheesemas cheese buying time, I got to go figure out, right, which of my email addresses did I actually create a login for this company, because I'm ready to buy. Okay, this faces me. Which email address? The panic starts to set in at this point, and I know you've all been there. You've all got how many email addresses? I mean, I've got at least 10. Anyway, I finally find which email address to log in with, and I go ahead and I order my cheese. And everyone breathes a big sigh of relief. The confirmation email comes in. My teenager is happy because she knows the cheese order is in, because there was one year that I forgot. And there was another year where I actually got it sent to the wrong address because we'd been visiting someone the previous year. It is precarious, this act of buying cheese for Christmas. So the order is in, time goes on, we relax. But then it starts to go wrong. This is what happens when things go wrong in the inbox. Because on, I think it was the 20th of November, a really, really big box of cheese, really high quality cheese, turned up on the doorstep here at PC Chambers. And it was November. This is not Christmas. It is way too early for the Christmas cheese to be here. This is very bad news. What the heck has gone wrong? None of this is making any sense. Why is the cheese here? Then my kid comes home from school. She's shaking her head. Oh my God, my mother's an idiot. She's ordered the cheese on the wrong date. What the heck is going on? I'm meant to be a smart person. I teach people email marketing from all over the world. How am I not able to transact via email and online ordering a simple order for some cheese? I'll show you where it goes wrong in a minute. See this? Can you see the tiny, tiny little detail there that I missed? Not only when I was making the order, but when I actually got the confirmation email. And I want you to picture the order confirmation email. It is a lot bigger than just that bit that you're looking at right now. The order confirmation email was really big and it had a huge load of information in it. Hiding in there was the one tiny, most important piece of information that I had got wrong. I'd ordered cheese for November the 21st instead of December the 21st. There was much sadness in the household now because not only had this happened, but also I couldn't do anything about it because guess what the reply address was on this email? Yep, you got it. It was a no reply email address. I couldn't even get hold of the cheese people to say, could you help me out here? I made a mistake. And after 10 years of ordering from that company, not one person, not one human in that company thought, wait a minute, this is a Christmas cheese order. Then they don't really want it on the 21st. They order for December every year. And you know what the worst thing was, to add insult to injury? It had the wrong cheeses in it and a little handwritten note in it that said, we've substituted your cheeses because we don't have the Christmas cheeses yet. Oh, ouch. Can you imagine the looks that my teenager that was giving me at this point? This is why we need radical change. Continuing as we are, the way we do email marketing, the carelessness with which we do email marketing delivers avoidable pain to humans. It costs too much. It costs in error. It costs in the effort it takes us to do something. It costs us in time and it costs us in money. This cost the tea shop money because in the end, I did get hold of them and said, come on, guys, you can do better. You could have helped me there and I couldn't even get a hold of you. It cost them money. It's costing them our order for next year because we were really miffed. We had no cheese at Cheesemas. I'm going to show you next. I'm going to break it down into the 3 C's of radically human marketing. How can we actually practically be more human and get past these human frailties, errors in time and stress, the fact that everyone is so time poor and in a hurry that we do make mistakes? How can we be more human to avoid these things happening? The first thing humans need at the inbox is context. Context means telling people the information they need to see at the time that they need to see it and in a format that makes immediate human sense. Let's just put that in the context of the cheese thing and see what that looks like. Here's the context that was completely missing from those emails that I exchanged. They didn't tell me my login address in the email. And this is such a simple thing to do. Every single email platform can do this. If someone has a login registered for your website and you want them to go place an order, show them the email in the email every single time. You will get vastly fewer people who have multiple logins, who cost us a lot of money because then they're in our systems lots of time. They will be less frustrated. They will have more time. They will be relaxed and happy at the point. They will be grateful to you that they don't have to go figure out which email address it was because you showed it to them. The second thing is to give people dates in human words. This is so important. If you're going to give someone a date, put it in words, and when it's important information, put it at the top so it's obvious. That's context. The second C is connection. We're all looking for connection with real humans. The death of this is the no reply email address, right? We like to have personal words and feelings. We like to have our replies actually get read and, have someone reply to our reply. Can you imagine? These things create connection between one human and another. And remember, that's all we are. We're not monsters. We're not robots. We're not spam pirates on the internet. We want connection with real humans. So make space for that in your business, in your systems. And I know you're thinking right now, how do I do that at scale? Let me show you a really sneaky tip that I wish the cheese company used. First of all, don't make your email address a no reply email address. Okay, please do one thing. Stop doing the no reply thing. This is Melissa Love, who's a great friend of mine and who actually introduced me to email marketing from scratch when I was about 45. Proof that old dogs can indeed learn new tricks. Now, Melissa does this amazing thing where in all of her marketing emails, she actually proactively invites people to reply and asks them a question and says, she stakes her claim, I will personally reply to you and give you this. And it varies from email to email. Here's the really miraculous bit. She then actually replies to it every single time. You may think this is not scalable, but it is, because you have got these amazing technical tools at your disposal. You can use things like message variables, which allow you to just swap out one sentence from week to week. Tell me what's your biggest struggle with X. I will personally reply and give you the links to Y. You can have that in a way that is very editable from week to week. And then you can use things like text expander or snippets, even just copy and paste to make it so that your team can respond in a personal, unique way to each email that comes in without using up every minute of every day in the week. It's connection at scale, and Melissa models that beautifully. The third C that all humans need at the inbox, and that I really feel we should be doing more of as email marketers, is giving people choice. Give people control that goes beyond you can hit the unsubscribe or you can hear from me every day, maybe twice a day, and listen to everything I say. And if you stop listening to me for 2 days, I'm going to kick you off. We can do better than that. We can be more granular with choice. Give people the right amount of options and control over when and how they receive emails. I'm going to give you 2 really strong examples of this. And again, you can do this in your own marketing tools. Whatever tool it is, you can do these things. Offer people the option to go faster. If you want to let them scamper on ahead, give them a button to go faster, just like Netflix do. Give them the binge watch item, okay? And have them skip the waits in the automation so that they can go faster. Or alternatively, if you want to be able to hit pause and save something for later, like the thing you put in your Amazon gift basket and you want to hold on to it and not buy it until nearly Christmas, give them a save for later button. For example, with the cheese shop, I only ever buy at Christmas. I have literally never bought cheese at any other time of year from them in 10 whole years. The overwhelm of emails causes a burden to me as a customer, a stress, a frustration, chaos. All of those things lead to me making more mistakes as a customer because I have fewer choices that then they have to clear up the mess. So every time you lean into one of these things, it will save you a stress, time, money, cost. Okay? Let's round those up. The 3 C's of radically human email marketing. Context means giving people timely information in a more human format, and it reduces errors and creates that frictionless feeling of happiness. Connection is where we've got real human connection, call and response from a person to another person, and it makes us feel less isolated, and that's how you get those super fans, and we all love super fans. Giving people more choice is probably the single move that will reduce trouble most dramatically in your business. It creates customer service satisfaction, reduces overwhelm, all of those good things. Context, connection, choice. How do we do that at scale? How do we actually implement radically human email marketing in this way, leaning into human behaviors, delivering those things? How do we do that sustainably and scalably? I'm going to show you a model for this, which is valid whether you are a tiny one-person business or a global corporate. You can implement this. And it's a blend of using humans and using the tech that you have at your disposal. It starts with noticing things. Notice the pain points. The pain points are where humans are making errors, like my really stupid error, right? And I'm a smart human, but I made a stupid error. Somebody in the cheese company should be noticing that and thinking, aha, how do we avoid this error next time? Where are people having to make a lot of effort, like finding their login email address, like knowing what date a webinar is on? Where are they losing time? And where are you, the business, losing money? Those are pain points. I think of them as things that you find on the idiocy radar and things that you see on the joy detector. Look out for these things, places where there is pain caused by a cost in error, effort, time, or money. I bet you can think of a few right now while you're sitting there. Do people ask for their login email all the time? Do people lose the link to the Zoom meeting with reliable regularity in your business? If the answer to any of those things is yes, you can mitigate that by being proactive and making a plan. What can I do that's going to get that information in front of them in the right way? How can I give them context that's going to help them know the information they need without having to come and ask me, without having to go look for it? How can I give them connection so that they feel heard, valued, and seen, even though they're in their email inbox? I'm over here setting my paper airplane. I want them to feel the connection. I want them to feel that the paper airplane that left my hand landed with them and that it was connected, because that's what we want to feel. And I want to give them enough choice. Is there a way that giving them choice can help reduce their pain points? Okay. Once you have figured out, you've identified the pain point, you make a plan. Am I going to fix this with context? More context, a bit more human connection, give them a choice instead. This is where your email tech comes in. And hallelujah for email tech. Let's just take a little moment to appreciate the superpowers that we have at our disposal in every single email platform out there. You have incredible tech at your disposal that can help you mitigate all of these things. You can automate repetitive things. You can show people anything you want that you know about them. You can show that back to them in an email. You can take a date that is in a crazy, unreadable, inhuman format, and you can translate it into words that the human brain will recognize much more quickly and easily and reliably. And by doing those as processes, that then frees you up to use your human touch in your business more where it really matters. So you don't have to have no reply on your emails anymore, because the processes are taking care of reducing the error, the effort, the cost in time and money. That human touch that's so valuable can now be elevated in the mix. Really important. And that's what brings us from feeling everything being slow. We're frustrated at the inbox. I am drained and I feel sidelined by every interaction with my email inbox. We can go from that to things feeling fast, frictionless. What a lovely feeling that is. That gives you the customer delight. And that's where we make super fans who go out and rave about the cheese they got at Christmas and what a breeze it was to order it and how lovely those people at the company are. Right now, I got to tell you, no one ever contacted me after that to either have a laugh with me at my stupidity, send me a box of crackers to say sorry, or anything. Nothing changed as a result of that really bad encounter of Cheesemas 2020. What is the impact on your bottom line when we do this? Well, I've got this spectacularly beautiful diagram here for you. Here's the impact on your return on investment from your email marketing. If you employ that super loop and you look for the pain points, make a plan to fix it using the 3 C's and implement a process to make it solid, make it happen on autopilot. The more times you go around the super loop, the higher the fuzzy feel goods get. They're really important because when your people feel fuzzy and great, they spend more money with you. That's the blue line for the revenue going up. And over that period of time, your costs in error, effort, time, and money come down. Every time you avoid a customer making a howler, your costs come down. Every time you avoid that situation where someone was trying to order and they gave up and went away because they couldn't find the darn email address to log in with, let alone their password, because they've got 60 email addresses. Every time someone doesn't walk away, your revenue goes up, your costs go down. Okay? This stuff makes money for email marketers. Thank you very much for listening. I'm going to leave you with this. The revolution is human. Beam your human connection light right from the center where you are creating your little paper airplane in tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of numbers. Every single one of those paper airplanes is a human connection waiting to happen, where you have the capacity to put in the context that people need, give them the choices that they want, give them the information in a context that makes sense for them, and connect with them as an actual human. I would love for you to stay in touch. If you want to find me, come look for me. I'm KPC, and you can find me on all of the usual places. You can follow that QR code if you like, and it will send you a very pretty copy of the Radically Human email Superloop. Sadly, not my very lovely hand-drawn diagram, but I can always draw you another one another time. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for listening. Go be human.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get Kay in here, shall we? She's coming to us live from Cornwall. All right, here she comes. Here she comes. All right, Kay, what's up?
Actual Kay. Oh, that was so much fun. You guys in the chat, that was the best. I'm so glad that I had a reason to pre-record that because I was meant to be at another event. Being in the chat with you made that so much more fun. You guys rock. I have more cheese jokes to add to my stash.
And we're hearing feedback that we might need to set next year's email camp theme as cheese theme. So, hey, I'm going to give you that credit for that. Oh, man. Cool. Well, let's get to some Q&A questions here. All right.
I'm slightly breaking up on the signal, but I can hear most of what you're saying.
No worries. Let's do some Q&A, shall we? And looks like my helmet keeps kind of disappearing into space, but let's do some Q&A. Going through these amazing questions. Let's see. Coming up here. Oh, this one came in from an external channel. Someone wanted to know, how do we show the benefits and value of human connection through email when many decision makers are so focused on things like efficiency, scalability, and cutting costs with AI? How do you feel about that? I'm going to throw that here actually up so everyone can see it. So let me share.
Oh man, that is a great question. How do you communicate that and convince the decision makers? I think one of the wins that I've seen people do is to do something on a very small and focused scale within a specific time frame and basically run an experiment. What happens if we reply to every reply that comes in within a given week? What happens if we actually do that? And how much resource does it take? And what is the impact? So you can do some really focused experimentation with this stuff on a small segment of contacts. So you could take your very hottest leads and roll out some really high touch human connection and see what happens. And if you have a measurable outcome from that, that's how you convince the decision makers to then give you more room to explore what happens when you do more of that.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. And let's see, someone wanted to know, let me go ahead and take that question down really quick. Okay, so someone wanted to know, Catherine wanted to know, where do you draw the line behind email, tech, and AI? Like an example you shared about replying personally to emails.
For me right now, my line is drawn that I do not use AI in emails. But each business, I think, needs to set that line differently in their own environment, because the strategy board that you're playing on is going to be different depending on who your audience is, what the message is that you are passing along to your customers, and how many people you've got in your team and how many people you're connecting with. A lot of it is about volume, where you set that balance. AI can be an enormous help in generating volume, but if your business benefits greatly from human touch, you can use AI and automation particularly to help you deploy that human touch where it most matters. And that, I think, is where the line is actually, where does the human touch matter and where does it not matter? If it's just an auto reply you need, great, let the AI handle that. If you've got a bank of FAQs and the AI can handle directing someone to the right one, great, have at it. But if the human touch matters, and you can evidence that because you can run little experiments and see what happens. If you can evidence that human touch makes the difference, use the tech to support you to elevate that human touch. Okay.
Gotcha. Cool. Awesome. Let me see here. Okay, we only got time for one more question with you. Let me see here before we get going. Okay. Okay, I feel like we have to ask this one. Someone want to know, what is your favorite type of cheese?
Oh, I knew that one was going to come. Okay, hands down, every year it is an extremely good Stilton called Cropwell Bishop. It doesn't come any more English than this cheese. It is like made in the Cotswolds. It is divine. And I'm going to tip you off. It's the Fine Cheese Company of Bath. I'll send you the link if you land in my emails or messages anywhere. I'm not sure whether we should tell them that they are the topic of this talk. I think I might have to one day. Someone's going to tip them off.
Oh, I love it. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, unfortunately, that's all the time we got today. First and foremost, I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day and joining us for email camp. I hope we get to have you back again. Ladies and gentlemen, KPC. Awesome, Kay. Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Everyone.
We'll see
Bye.
you soon. See ya. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and head over to our break really quick. I'm actually going to take this off for a moment because I got to go work on the space station that I'm currently orbiting at the moment. And we're going to get some galactic jams going on here. That's always the fun part, right? So join me over in the break and we'll get going here in just a moment. See you over there.